through Zoom live streamed?
I personally have not.
Okay, personally. So guess what? The next assignment will be that personally you can say next week, personally, I know exactly how to do it because you did it. And also basically the difference between recording live and recording to the YouTube. And then I have this I want to put on. I can put on my captions. I can show my captions if I like in the English captions, and I can show that as well. So I'm recording to the cloud. I'm recording to YouTube. And welcome all on this chilly afternoon. And it's all relative. Other people are below zero, freezing, and I'm at 60 and I have all my different layers on. But anyways, welcome here. So what today we're going to do is we're going to pull up our sleeves and actually try to do exercises and try to basically try out all ways to do collaborations, ways to do AI apps to help us in our studying and help us in business. And I just think it's a lot more interesting than just reading text. Okay, so Adam, you ready to go?
Already, yep.
Already ready. And if you can lower your camera, you guys can check that too, that you don't want to be in the witness protection program here. You want to be showing your entire face. And if there is any witness protection people, let me know on the side there. And we can do that. And other people, if you're not showing cameras, and you didn't get special permission, let me know. Okay, so I'm live streaming. So let me, can you do me a favor, Daniel? We had some issues. Can you make sure that our quizzes that we extended is to midnight tonight?
Sure.
But first, what is the problem is sometimes for some of the students, they were confused because when they were looking before, they saw two quizzes, since that second quiz was open.
Yeah.
The days.
So the first one till midnight.
Yeah, the first one to midnight. Okay. Okay, great. So if there was any issue, so let me share my screen. And when I share my screen, in this case, then what do you see then, Heidi? What do you see?
Everyone's face on the Zoom.
On the Zoom, we know that we're recording live. We know that it's not only everyone's face. Is it delayed? That,
Yeah.
Heidi? It's delayed. Yeah. We know it's delayed. People were asking me before. It is training. We have then a way in which you could even subscribe to that channel. In this case, we could think what we're going to be doing is you're going to be also live streaming from Zoom, and we'll think about what are the business implications for that. Could it be that, for instance, Heidi, what is your major?
Finance and accounting.
Okay, so finance, and let's say you became a finance and accounting consultant, helping people in finance and accounting with AI apps, and you basically had a VIP premiere where you charge people monthly fee for VIP to see you in Zoom, could ask you questions, could interact, but you said, if you want to, you could basically view in near real time, you could view my YouTube live, or even when you don't have a chance, and you could do that for free. So that could be an idea, you see, Heidi, that it would be interesting to be able to think of that, even in giving consulting to your folks, what businesses could do. So we're looking at that. So basically what I want to do is if I look here, let's look at your section. It's section J. We talked about it before. We'll do attendance at the end. I just want to emphasize in Zoom meetings, when you enter the Zoom meetings, you have your upcoming meetings. You also have something called cloud recordings. So you'll have a tab on cloud recordings. Some people were asking me about it. You can review all our classes. It takes some time, but after this class is done, since we're recording in the cloud, it will appear here. And if I clicked on one of those, you could see it would appear as a link, And if you wanted to download one of the sections or even just the audio or just even the chat files, you could then download it, or you can view it online if you have internet access. Sometimes you're on a plane or something, you could then download it. And if you wanted to fall asleep in the plane, you could just listen to it in the background. That could be a possibility. We go to the what's due section. I want to turn my edit mode off. And I go to the what's due section. And in the what's due, this is where we always see it. So we see here on assignment 1, this was due before class. Always they're due before class. So you can see here that we had chapter 1, the adaptive assignments, the chapter 1 quiz, and we wanted you to register for some publications.
Can you extend the assignment 1 till tonight? Because I had trouble with
Yes,
one.
I extended the quizzes till midnight tonight.
But like the adaptive assignment as well.
When is the adaptive
The
assignment?
adaptive is due midnight. I also extended it.
Midnight.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
that one still
we got-
doesn't work for me either. The adaptive
one?
assignments. The adaptive assignment, it doesn't work for me.
it doesn't work. Okay, so stay after class, or you can then even direct message Daniel, and you can check on that. Did anyone
I emailed.
Okay, so we can see what that is. Let me do this. Let me go to the adaptive assignment. I'm going to go to chapter 1. That's a great idea. Isa, yeah, I remember you were having those issues. So in those, I remember. But anyways, if I look at the adaptive assignment, we'll have to check on that. Maybe we'll have to you'll have to contact Wiley. Work with Daniel on that, Isa. But if I go to information systems adaptive assignment, I have a dashboard. A dashboard, if I look at what I call a dashboard, the dashboard then is going to be an overview based on the role. My role is instructor. If I go to open assignment, I see that 23 people completed it, but 14 haven't even started. It means that they registered, but 14 people have not even started. I don't know why. With yours, Isa, you contacted me, which was good that you could see it. If I go to students, I can see under students, I can see, for instance, I had, for instance, Haley and Alex already completed. I don't know what happened to some of the rest, but those that are in blue have completed the assignment. So I know that the assignment from the majority of students, it worked. I don't know what some of the other issues were with some of the other issues, but I have that. So you can message Daniel and he can see what are the issues, and some of it may be Daniel, they'll have to contact Blackboard, you know, if there are issues on it. But can you see, Isa, can you see, but you can see, you can read the book, or you can't even do that?
Yes, so I can read the book, but it just doesn't let me do the adaptive
Okay,
assignment
we'll
for some
work it
reason.
out. As I said before, if you've contacted me appropriately at the appropriate time, that's fine. If you've just neglected it, that isn't fine. Okay, so we're at that point. We get the Wiley assignments, and then I see that quizzes. If I look at what's due, so this was for today. We've extended it till midnight for both the quizzes and the adaptive assignments. Sabrina, is that all right? So that is complete?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. And then for assignment 2, this is assignment 2. One is the readings is to do tech guide hardware. And the other one is adaptive assignment, and then also to take the quiz. So those are available to you just like assignment 1. If you have some issues, we need to get this resolved, because in Wiley, we're going to have this every week. Okay? And under quizzes, you'll see that these quizzes is one was chapter 1, Introduction to Information Systems. And you see that that is midnight tonight. You get to take this then This test can be saved and it can be resumed later for it. Okay. So that's the question there. So we're finished. So what do I want for an assignment for you next? What I'd like to do is today my goal is to break everyone out into groups. We'll do it randomly, our groups, and there'll be four persons to a group, and we will use another instance of Blackboard, where in this instance of Blackboard up to now and until the end of the semester, my role is professor, Daniel's role is teaching assistant, and the rest of the students' role is what then? What role do you have in this class? I'm instructor. Daniel is teaching assistant. What is your role?
I would just be like student.
Not just like you are student, that's your role. But what I'd like to do is create another section where I'm going to promote you, not to student, but to everyone in the class as teaching assistant. So what you need to look at now in Blackboard is to look at your courses, and you should have had been added an additional course called Audit, BTE210. Presley found it in her section, but everyone should look now into Blackboard to see if you've been added as another section. And you will then been promoted to teaching assistant, that it would give you more responsibilities, but it will also, you have to respect those. So can you upload anything now in my section? No. Can you delete anything? Can you modify assignments? Can you go to upload a revised version of the syllabus? No. All you can do is read it, and if I give you permission, maybe in a certain section you can submit something, right? But in the other section, I want you to have full roles. I want you to learn how to be at administrating a learning management one. And Daniel has asked, if you do not see it, let him know, and make sure that you look for it, because guess what? We need to put you in. In order to make that other section, guess what? I did not have authority to make another section. There's other authorities that's in Blackboard that are administrators. They create another section, and they are able then, they graciously then put in my students and upgraded your position. Now, let me ask, is there anyone here that wasn't here first time they've seen my face? Everybody's seen me before? Okay, anyone new? Mark, are you new?
Yeah, I am.
You're new for the class. What is your major, Mark?
Accounting and finance.
Accounting and finance. We've got a whole group of accounting and finance majors, so congratulations. The question is, do you see that? When did you add the class?
I added the class, I don't know, definitely before the semester. I was just sick last week. I sent you that note.
Oh, okay, but you're registered for the class.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So you're going to need, reach out to Daniel. You see Daniel here? Daniel want to reach out to Mark and let him know that you can get him up to date. Okay? That he can reach out. We have a fabulous lead teaching assistant in the class that can help you get on board, Mark. Okay? I don't know if we've done that. All right. Anything else? All right. So what I'm going to be doing is I have another section. Let me share my screen. And what we have due on the what's due section is advanced digital communicational skills, individual, and then it says assignment instructions, assignment 1, advanced digital skills. So I have to go to assignment instructions, and you have an assignment right here, right here. Everybody with me? Are you with me? Mark. You got it? So anyways, this is an advance, and this assignment, next time, Daniel, we can even add this assignment will help you become familiar with Zoom, but it's also, this assignment is for Blackboard as well to become administrators, right,
Yeah.
Daniel?
Yes.
So we can add that to it, that assignment then to be also be familiar with Blackboard as administrators. So one of the things that you're going to be doing is first getting into Zoom and be able to do an individual local recording, be able to live stream to YouTube through Zoom, and also basically also not only record locally, but record to the cloud without a password and live stream your session and be able to test it, reflect on it, and submit it. Your submission will not be through our regular section, but your submission will be through the new audit section of Blackboard. And you'll click on groups, and you'll click on a Zoom individual assignment in groups, and you'll see examples in group 0. So if I think about my individual assignments in the audit area, I have to go to Blackboard, and in Blackboard, I have my J, but I also have something called BTE210-J audit right here. And this is a section I want to make sure that everybody enters. Do you have it, Sabrina?
Yes.
Okay. In this section, as I mentioned before, Sabrina, if you, under users and groups, if I look at users, I see everyone in the class, and here I see then Sabrina Bernstein. Your role now is what, Sabrina?
Teaching assistant.
Teaching assistant. And in the other section, your role is student. So this is a section, and if I look at groups, I see within groups, I have an example that says group 0 example, and it has myself, my email, phone, Daniel, who's our lead teaching assistant, his email and phone, and Sebastian, who is our another teaching assistant, and his email and phone. And under group 0, we will have then probably 9 other groups, starting with group 1, where we have a folder. This is a folder, and how do you build it? You build content folder, you give it a name. And if I go into the next level and click on group 0, I see Zoom individual assignment. And for next week, this folder, Zoom individual assignment, for your group, you will do an item, and you will then include a Zoom local recording and how do you name that Zoom local recording? You name it by the date in which you recorded, the time, your full name, and the Zoom individual, and with an extension MP4. That will reside on your computer, and you will upload that to this attached file here called Zoom Local Recording is linked above. So you can use this template, your Zoom cloud recording, that you will also show your video, your face. We'll discuss. You will also do a YouTube live streaming, and you will have a section called Showcase where you'll just have bullet points of what you discussed, created a Zoom meeting, how to enable live streaming, functioning live stream to YouTube, reasons why one would want to do this process, Zoom AI companion. What we have now is an AI companion, a little discussion about the cloud versus recording types, AI companion bullet points, the takeaways, and the challenges. So this is how you will submit, in this case, Sabrina, next week's assignment. And when you see YouTube live streaming, that will take at least 24 to 48 hours. So you want to start doing that, not the day of or the day before, but start doing it already this week, the assignment. So you will then be doing it with all groups. And everybody do me a favor and go to open up another tab and type in zoom.miami.edu. And Isa, tell me what I did a comment instead, and tell me what you see. Zoom.miami.
I'm sorry, can you ask me that?
Yeah. Open up another tab and type in zoom.miami.edu. This right here, Zoom. You see this? Zoom.miami.edu. In another tab.
It just asked me to confirm my email.
Okay. Right, and it asks you the duo and all that, right? All the security. I'm telling you, we're going to have the director of security. Remind me, Daniel, we got to set up a time for him. We got a lot of questions for him. Oh, he likes me even. Can you imagine?
Somehow.
I don't know how, huh? I don't know how. But anyways, what can I say? Some people do. Okay, you got there? Did it work, Isa?
It's loading.
It's loading.
Okay, I think I'm here. I'm just verifying
Okay.
with the email.
Okay. So once you get there, we have settings, and under settings, you have some things that are by default, and you have other things that you can change, some things you can't. For instance, AI companion panel in Zoom Workplace. It tells you it's interesting to learn about it, but when I try to enable it, I get that mark saying it's not enabled. But some other things are enabled, like in this case, meeting summary with AI companion. You can click on it, so you can basically check on AI generated verbal, some other things that you can have, the whiteboard with AI companion. And for instance, in general, they have some general ones for data storage. You can look at that. Recordings. One of the things you recordings, you want to be able to turn a number of things of cloud recording on, recording of clouds, the timestamps. And one of the things that require the users notice at this point here, do you see this? Require passcode to access shared recordings. What do I have it on? On or off?
Oh, it looks off.
It looks
probably-
off. And
it's
I want you to
probably-
have it off too. For recordings, you understand? So these were being, but so notice that you'll need to look at these settings to make sure that then you can do it properly. And then you can search and you can look for settings for instance, how do I live stream to YouTube? Make sure that that is on. And in this case, like the assignment says, you can search for these, even though it's not step by step. You can go and even search here in the settings. You can look at ChatGPT. You can look at other ways. You can Google and say, how do I turn on live streaming to YouTube on Zoom? So these are the areas in which you can do. Okay? Any questions so far? So these are the areas of this section J that we wanted to do. And let me just go back to my courses here. And let me go to my regular course of J. Now I'm in my regular course of J. One I say regular course, and then I'll say audit. So you'll know the difference. When I say audit, you'll know that it's where you're the teaching assistant. When I say regular, that's when you are going to be the student. So at this point, what you can see here, that in my courses, you can see that you were able to do that this is the assignment that you need to do for next week. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create breakout rooms, and based on the breakout rooms, that's your group number. And what I would like you to do in your breakout rooms is do exactly what group 0 template looks like. So that means the first level will be your group followed by your number. You'll put in then your names, your email, your phone, and then you'll go down one other level and put in Zoom meetings. Once you have that all accounted, then what I'd like you to do is, as a group, just look at the assignment and get a feel for what the assignment is. And then we'll come back to the class and review what you've done, make sure that's all right, and then proceed. Okay, so let me do this first. I'm going to do breakout rooms. I'm going to create then 9 breakout rooms. And I'm not going to include the co-hosts. And I'm going to create it. And what I want you to do is go into your breakout rooms, create those, and I'll have Daniel and myself visit you in your rooms, say hello, answer any questions you have, and then give you a few minutes to do that, then bring you back and then finish up the session. Daniel will give his words of wisdom, right, Daniel? You can say, being a student just like that in the spring of last year, he'll tell you the tips and tricks as a student what to do, and one of the things is not to procrastinate in this assignment, right, Daniel? That's one of the things, and he'll give you a taste of what to do and answer any questions. So everybody ready? So I'm going to assign automatically. I'm going to create. You go into, I'm going to open up all the rooms. You go into the rooms. Now join them. And we'll meet you in the rooms. You'll set up the first stage. And Daniel, you can stay with me near the end. And Blake, are you in a room?
There he goes.
Okay.
Should I
All
start
right.
with 9?
What?
Should I start with 9 and then go backwards?
Yeah, go backwards. You know what to see with them. We had some issues last time. Most groups got it. Other groups.
It's always like that.
what can I say? But we can start it. And then if you can meet me this evening
Yeah,
after
I
your
can.
class, we can do that. And then I want to make some changes also to the assignments. We'll
Sure.
talk about it. Okay. So I'll start with 1 and then you'll go to 9 and then we can
Perfect.
see how they are. Okay,
Oh,
great.
The only one that's missing is group 5, I believe. And Professor, you're muted.
So what happened with 5?
I didn't get to group 5 yet.
But are they here? Who's in group 5?
I assume they are.
Yeah, we're here, group 5.
Did you do? Oh, okay. I thought you went to 5. That's why I stopped. Group 5, did you have issues putting this in?
No, we were good. I think we got all the way up to the YouTube streaming, and
No, but
we
I
all-
don't see your group
Yeah, you guys
in
had
the
to
audit
make
area.
a folder in the audit section.
Where's your folder? See how everybody, you need to then basically then create under groups, right? You need to build the content folder and give yourself group 5.
I don't think we did that.
Now, I got do it now.
Yeah, take a look at the audit section. I put a folder in there. You just have to fill it out.
So you have to go to group and content,
If you guys have questions, just send me a message.
you know, do that now. So we get that done before in my group 5. Okay. So the groups, I guess in between we missed it, huh, Daniel? I thought you had already done group 5.
Yeah, we
so-
didn't quite make it to the middle.
Yeah, we didn't quite make it to the middle, and I thought you did. Okay. So guys, questions? Daniel, did you want to give your tips and tricks before we take attendance? And maybe we'll have group 5 stay with us at the end so we make sure that you have done that correctly, that first part.
Yes. So just make sure you guys all do step 2 in the assignment where you create a YouTube account and then enable live streaming on that account, and it'll take 24 hours. Shouldn't be too difficult at all to do, but that prevents delays, and then you'll be able to do the assignment whenever.
Okay. Any other questions? So as I told everybody that I met with, I want this class to be in an atmosphere that we help one another, but to make sure that people basically take an active role and make sure that they do their assignments on time. You can individually, for instance, this assignment will be submitted individually, but you can work together as a team helping each other. The second assignment that we will be giving you will be a group assignment where you'll be meeting in Zoom. Someone will generate the Zoom. You will even stream that recording to YouTube as well. Plus, you'll try to do some things that are in a group. For instance, co-hosts, spotlighting certain people in the group, being able to do remote access where you can take over someone's screen, help them out. So we'll be doing a number of issues like that for our second assignment. Then we will also find out other ways to do recordings. One of the things we will see from now on, it is unacceptable for you just to say, I'm not turning in an assignment because it didn't work. A lot of times there's issues every day. I have issues with technology. Many of the times I do not have administrative rights even to fix some things. But what we're going to be able to do is to document our issues and show that you've tried to find solutions to those. So it is unacceptable. You will get a 0 on all your assignments, just either not turning it in or saying, oh, I tried, I worked hard, it didn't work. But rather you have to document the issues you had and how did you attempt to resolve those. Okay, so let me share my screen. I'm going to do attendance. I'm going to go to my regular section where I have attendance. We'll check in. And then on Monday, what I suggest you do is do an attempt to do the assignment. So the bells and whistles you can correct for Wednesday. And then we will also, you have readings from the next chapter as well. So the check-in is number 4467. You can, as soon as you record it and you have the proper attendance, you can then leave the class. Formally, we finished. And then if you need to, group 5, stay with me so we can make sure that you have the proper settings for your group. And stay with me otherwise if you have some issues. So it's 4467. Let me stop sharing. And let's see what's going on. So Alex, what's the deal here?
I've never used this type of
Okay.
attendance code. Oh, I think I
Okay.
figured it out.
Have a
Good.
good weekend or good week.
Okay. Okay. Have it. Hopefully the weekend will come quicker. Sophia. Okay. Presley, you have a question?
I'm a part of group 5.
Okay. So did we get our group in there?
I'm having an issue.
Oh, I made the file. The rest.
Okay.
you
So
guys-
do you want
Fifteen.
to, Dan, you want to look at it?
Should I
Oh,
do
I
a
don't know.
breakout
And it's
room or?
also 5. I thought we got that done when I met with you.
Thank you, Professor.
My pleasure. Did you get Alex? What group were you?
2. We're
2.
good.
So you're good.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Professor.
My
Bye.
pleasure.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Avery, you figured it out.
Yeah, I just did it, so I
Yeah.
Okay. And you have
Then
everybody's names and their
Not
I-
everyone.
that's
So
my name. I was gonna
Presley,
message
good.
each of them and say
I
to
can show
put
you
their
my
name
screen.
and
Yeah, that would
everything,
be great.
But I just did it.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Now
So
go
go
to
to
groups.
groups. Not that groups. Groups at the top.
Uh,
Yeah, that was a mistake. That's all right.
That's-
You know, we should change it to project groups or something, you know?
Assignment groups.
Assignment groups or something, yeah.
Because
You
project
know what I
groups.
mean?
are
Because
great.
and how would you know? You say go to groups. There is 2
Yeah.
groups.
I'll change that.
Yeah.
and then what do I do from here?
So,
Well, didn't he do it? Avery did it?
well, no, go
I
back.
just did my name.
But why doesn't it? You have to
Okay,
do
so
content.
scroll, don't click on it yet, but click the arrow to the right of it.
This?
No, the left a little. Not that arrow.
Right
Oh.
where the 5 is, to the right of the 5.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, edit. And now you can edit it.
And then just put in your information there.
Yeah. And then put in the name in. Okay, you got it. And then submit. And then do another folder, go in, and once that's done, click on that folder and you want to make another subfolder.
Wait, Presley, do you mind putting mine in there?
yeah. What's your phone number?
832-513-8072.
87.
8072. 8072.
And then what's your email?
IXR 442 at Miami. And then Isa Rodriguez.
Oh, what